Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us south of the border to the vibrant capital of Mexico City. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Desperados of Mexico City. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, they'll run. Here comes the rookie from Michigan State. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So here in the heart of Mexico, this is a city that's hosted a handful of NFL games before, but now this is a different deal. A relocated franchise moving south of the border, playing here on a permanent basis. It's going to be exciting times here in the Mexican capital, that's for sure. And really all across this country, they're pumped for this because this will be Mexico's team. 2nd down and 8.
All right.
As Stroud now to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
118, what's that?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Now Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready. Black, 95. White. Set.
And Lance going to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 33, yellow. Needle blue. Smash, red. Cut.
Lance looking to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Well, This defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Lance. And he is caught. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
A gain of 8.
And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Robbie.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Desperados 7, Bills nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive with Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Allen gonna throw. Has his man, it's Shakir. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 7. Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Allen now looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing now is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Taxi. Swap. Mother swap. Why Tony? Tony. Buggy.
Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
118. What's that?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Look the hot, look the hot. 118. Hey, uno.
Throwing now is Stroud. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 yards to go, second down. To throw, it's Allen. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To the air, Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Stroud working out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and get a little run pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Desperados have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Bills 7.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Alert! All 52.
A final shot before half for Allen. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's second and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
18. What's that?
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
All right. Tony.
Third and goal, Stroud. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Desperados go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after try It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Desperados 21, Bills 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build on the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This is 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Stroud to throw it.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
At the 43-yard line.
Round 80. Go.
Off the play fake, Allen. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Mexico City. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Second and 10. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, hold. Middle. What's that?
Now this time, Allen will throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, top. Ready? Stop. Regular. 5 wide. Get down.
Now Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Here's Allen to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
A great play there with a second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where did you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the book.
Yeah. You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
118. What's that? Hey, south. 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 40-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
On the quick, right?
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
South. 18. What's that?
Stroud now on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's that?
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Whoa. Oh, eh? 18. What's that?
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Swap. Another swap.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Mexico City, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home